In this video, I'm showcasing my Commodore CDTV, the Commodore Dynamic Total Vision, which is a CD-based home multimedia entertainment and video game console that was developed by Commodore International, and it was launched in April of 1991. Sit back, relax, and enjoy part one of my Commodore CDTV presentation. What you see here in front of you on the table is what you would have typically got as a base unit when purchasing a Commodore CDTV back in 1991. You would have got the base unit, you would have got a couple pieces of pack-in software, and in this case I've got the Groyler Encyclopedia and Lemmings by Psygnosis, really fun game. You get a black CD caddy, which is required to use the software in the 1X CD-ROM drive. You got the welcome CD, the remote control that also doubles as a gamepad. It's got a D-pad, buttons. You get the power cord, paperwork, RCA cable for stereo sound. There's some other little bits and pieces that would have come with that I'll show you in the paperwork once we get into that. My journey with the CDTV started in March of 2011. At the time of recording this video, it's February 2021. So 10 years. My CDTV journey has been going on for 10 years. When I got the unit right here in March 2011, it was donated to me by a friend. It was just the unit. I didn't get any of the other stuff you see here on the table. Over the years, I had to find all this stuff, and it was a real pain in the butt. But now I've got what you see here is a base unit, which is pretty close to what you would have got back in the day. Before I go a little more in depth about the machine, let me tell you the specs of the CDTV. It's got 1 mega chip memory, Kickstart 1.3, a built-in 1X CD-ROM drive. It's got the remote control, which we've talked about. But the added bonus is you're thinking, Kickstart 1.3, chip memory, why does a multimedia system for your home have all that? Well, it's basically an Amiga 500 computer with a CD-ROM drive. So that's what got me really excited about when I learned about these machines back in 2011 and then had one donated to me. So now we're going to get into showing you some of the stuff on the machine and dig deep into it. So hang on. Now we are up close and personal with the front of the CDTV unit. Want to point out a couple of things. Power button, headphone jack. Here is the CD-ROM drive where you put the caddy in. Eject button, infrared port, that is for the remote and other accessories. Here is the digital display. Below here is a little port cover that pops off, and that's where you put in memory expansions and other things. We'll get into that in a moment. Play, pause, record, back, forward buttons, volumes up and down, CDTV button, and a reset button. And that's the typical controls on the front of the unit. Let's flip it around and show you the back. Here is the back of the CDTV unit. Lots of ports and things. Here we have S-Video, composite video out. It is color. RF out, a channel select switch. Something to note is my unit is an NTSC unit. PAL units, this actually would be changed out, and I believe it would have composite and SCART. Not 100%, but if you know, feel free to comment down below. We've got the RGB port, which is the standard Amiga port, parallel port, a serial port, external floppy drive, disk drive port, left and right audio, a keyboard port, a remote port or a mouse port, fan from the power supply, mains power, and then MIDI ports here. We got MIDI in, MIDI out, and then this expansion port right here where you can add in some various accessories. That is the back of the CDTV unit. Important information. Please read first. Commodore. This is the packet of paperwork that would have come with the CDTV back in the day. Let's open it up and see what's inside. We are first greeted with the important warranty information and the CDTV hookup instructions. Let's grab this important warranty information here and bring it up to the camera. Won't read it, but we'll just go like this, and if you want to pause and check it out, go for it, but that is the important warranty information. Then we've got the Welcome to CD Interactive Multimedia. Show you that up close. That's the front. And then the back, more important information. Again, feel free to pause if you want to look at that. Let's go ahead and open this up. Inside it opens up, it's a big fold out as you can see there. And then it opens up like this. And I'll hold that up to the camera and show you. Shows you what is in your CDTV player box. Then it shows you how to connect everything up. More instructions on how to connect everything up. Flip that over, and there's the back of that. Pretty cool to have that. Also included was this little card right here. Special features for CDTV remote control usage. Show you that. Nothing on the back. And then it also came with the introducing the CDTV unit. A little book. Here's the back. And then we'll open it up inside, show you a little bit of the inside of the book. First printing, November 1991. It's pretty cool, first edition. Some more warning information. And let's open this up here. And we got a table of contents. I'll show you that, and then you can kind of know what's in this little book here. There's the first part of the table of contents. And I guess that's it. Then it goes into the introduction. So that's cool to have that. And last, it came with this little mail-in deal. CDTV discs and accessories by mail. So I guess you could, mail in. Keep in mind this was 1991. The internet that we know today wasn't around, so people would fill out forms like this, stick it in an envelope with a check or a money order and a stamp and mail it off to Commodore, and you'd get your stuff. All right, let's now look at some of the other accessories that I have with my CDTV unit. In the last clip, I showed you this document here for the CDTV discs and accessories by mail, and I realized when going through my footage that I forgot to show one other piece that actually goes with this. Again, not a professional YouTuber. I typically do things in one go, but I'm trying to up my game a little bit in production, so I caught this and I wanted to fix it. So there's the order form, but also I've got this catalog. It is the CDTV catalog. And in this catalog, you can see all kinds of software that Commodore offered back in the day. And you can see there, table of contents, art and leisure, education, entertainment, music, reference, future titles, things that they planned on doing. And there's the back of the catalog. So yeah, wanted to add that in there real quick to show you that catalog that goes with this. And one other thing that I want to add in here real quick. Also in my CDTV collection is the CDTV Welcome Tour VHS tape. I've got this digitized and uploaded on my channel. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. But this is a tape that would have been playing in a computer store, probably near a CDTV, to show people what they could do and what they could expect out of their CDTV. So again, a link in the description to watch this video on my channel. Here is the last piece of documentation that I have in my CDTV collection, and that is the Developer Reference Manual from Commodore and Amiga Incorporated. Basically, this is the manual that would go out to developers that were making games for the CDTV, education software, applications, movies, music, whatever. And in this guide, it tells the developer, how to do the packaging, what logos to use, color schemes, fonts, all kinds of stuff. You'll notice I got a Post-it on one of the pages, and I'll flip to that in a moment to show you that, but let's open this up and show you a little bit of inside this guide here. And we'll go to the table of contents. You can see that right there. And then we'll go to the next table of contents page. And introducing CD Multimedia TV. This has got a wealth of information in it. So hold on a sec. I'm going to turn to the page with the Post-it. All right, here's the page where I had the Post-it, so I would remember where it was at. And this is what I was talking about for packaging and stuff. What people needed to do when they were doing their software. The logo, what they needed to do for that. All this stuff. Acceptable. Do not reproduce from this page. And all the different logos and so much stuff. Long box, for packaging. So yeah, I'll probably do a follow-up video on this developer guide at a later time and go in more depth to it. But let's get back to showing you the accessories for my CDTV. First up for my accessories for the CDTV is the CDTV mouse. It is model CD-1253. And as you can see, I've got the actual user's manual for that. So let's hold that up right there. Here's a user's manual. Flip around the back. Let's pop it open really quick here. It's in multiple languages. We got English, French, Italian, Dutch, and Spanish. Pretty cool. There's the manual. And then here is the mouse. I got the cord all wrapped up. It is a 2-button mouse. I'll show you the back of it. You can see the model number. And it's a revision of February of 1992. Made in Japan. You can see the model number, CD-1253. So that's one more thing to help it be an Amiga computer. But you can use the remote control, and let me grab that really quick. The remote control here, you can use this as a mouse. So the D-pad right here, this would be, to move you, up, down, left, and right. And here's your 2 buttons. So you don't need to have a mouse, but, to be more like the actual Amiga 500, having a mouse is pretty cool. All right, let's grab the next accessory. Next up, we have my official black CDTV external 3.5-inch disk drive. It is model 1411. And as you can tell, it looks like an Amiga 1011 drive, which would be for the Amiga 500. And basically, this is that drive, but Commodore made the plastic black, made the cable black, and they haven't matched the CDTV. And just to show you that this is not a 1011 drive that's been converted to look like a CDTV drive. This is a legit drive. Let me grab this here and show you. Here's the decal on the bottom. As you can see, CD-1411 external 3.5-inch disk drive. And it's got other information on there. Then you can see it's got the black, there it is, the black cord. Everything's, the proper color. So that's that drive there. And you can see I've got the manual. And let's go ahead and hold that up for you here and show you the manual. And you can pause if you want to look at it in more depth. And then the back. We'll go ahead and open this up really quick. And just like the mouse, multi-language manual on how to hook up the disk drive and use it. And just to show you what an Amiga 1011 drive looks like, I've got one of those as well. Here's that right here. This is, the Amiga 500 color. And we'll flip it over and show you the decal on the bottom of that. And then, for giggles, we'll just set it on top right here. Have ourselves a little floppy drive raid right there. Pretty cool. Alrighty, going to move on to the next accessory. Here we have the CDTV Trackball controller. You got the trackball right here. Your left and right mouse buttons, all the standard buttons you would have on the remote. But what's really, really cool about this, you can see it on camera if you haven't noticed it already, actual joystick ports, 1 and 2, just like an Amiga 500. And if you remember when I showed the back of the unit, there were no joystick ports, like an Amiga 500 would have. They'd want you to use the infrared controller like this to control your games, which is fine. But plugging in a real joystick, a Wiko, or whatever, Quick Shot, Attack 2, whatever your favorite Amiga joystick is for gaming, you can do it with this official unit here. It is infrared, but you can also plug it in with a cable. And it just uses a standard S-video cable, which I have here. And you got yourself a trackball and joysticks. This does require batteries that go in here, right here. But when you plug it in with the S-video cable, batteries are not required, which is pretty cool. All right, let's keep on moving on to the next accessory in my CDTV collection. Here we have one of 2 available memory cards for the CDTV. This is model CD1401, which is a 64K memory card. It's about the size of a credit card, and it would plug into the front, in the little port on the front of the CDTV, to store game saves or documents or whatever you wanted to save. Because remember, this wasn't sold as a computer, so most people didn't get a disk drive or a mouse, to use it as a computer. But if you were playing games and you wanted to save, or you were doing educational stuff, you would need one of these. And this is the 64K one. I've got it in a little plastic sleeve here. Let me take it out of there real quick. There it is. And it does have a battery in it for storing. There's the connector port. So yeah, there is a 256K model of this. I have yet to find one of those. I don't even know if they were legit made. But I've got that, which is really cool. So we're going to come up to the final accessory that I have for the CDTV. Stand by. Here is the final accessory that I'll be showing in this video, and one of the most recent things that I found for my CDTV. And when I say recent, it was late 2019, early 2020. I can't quite remember when I got this. The human malware over the past year or so has made everything kind of a blur. But I found this on Craigslist in my local area, and I wasn't even looking for Commodore CDTV keyboard. I was looking for keyboards, but for like IBM, like for Pentiums, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, old vintage keyboards. So that's what I had typed in, was vintage keyboards. And I come across this listing, didn't have Commodore in it, didn't have CDTV in it, but it had vintage and keyboards, so the listing came up, and there were 2 or 3 pictures showing just piles of keyboards. And I guess it was like the guy was like an e-waste guy that, scrapped computers and parts, whatever. And in the pictures, I see a little bit of a black keyboard sticking out. And I couldn't see where it said Commodore or CDTV, but I did see the A right here, the Amiga A. And I was like, no way, this can't be a CDTV keyboard. So the guy had a phone number in the listing. I called it right away and I said, hey, I would like to buy your black keyboard. And he said, come on down, here's my address. And he was about a half an hour away. Hopped in the car right away, drove over there, met the guy, paid him for the keyboard, put it in the car, and then started chatting with the guy. And he goes, well, you know, a lot of people were really interested in that keyboard. He goes, after you called me, I was getting all kinds of phone calls. And I told him it was already sold, but you know, I had other keyboards. Well, here's what's nuts. The guy was selling keyboards for $20 a piece. Didn't matter what one it was. If it was a Model M, a Model F, you know, whatever, a 101 keyboard. So I got this Commodore CDTV keyboard for $20 US. And the thing is in great, great condition. It even has the plastic still left on the coil. But looking at the keyboard, you might say, hey, it looks kind of familiar. You know, it's a standard Amiga keyboard layout. But the casing is an Amiga 3000 casing that Commodore painted black and silk screened on Commodore CDTV and put in the black caps, black cord, but they changed the cable. And it's a smaller connector, and from what I'm told, it is like the Amiga 4000. I don't have one to compare, but if you know, leave a comment down below. But yeah, anyways, so that's how I got the Commodore CDTV keyboard. This video is getting kind of long now, so I'm going to cut it off, and we'll do at least a part 2, and hook everything up and show you it all working, talk about some upgrades that I'm going to be doing to the machine, talk about some of the software I have, including games, and I'll give you a little spoiler right now and show you one of the games I've got. Defender of the Crown for the CDTV, complete, legit copy. So yeah, there's that, and you'll be seeing that in an upcoming video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and again, I apologize for being kind of a long video, but there was a lot of things I wanted to cover. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming up soon. Again, thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Ring the bell for notifications and subscribe if you haven't. Again, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.